Ben, I mean, that was a bit nervy towards the end, but overall, I mean, a really impressive display today against a talented West Ham. What did you make of that performance?
Yeah, like you say, it did get a bit nervy at the back end of the game. But I think if I sort of remove myself from that last 5 minutes overall, I thought we can be really pleased with the performance. I thought we showed some real good quality today. And the only disappointing thing I think is that once we go 2-0 up, we probably need to kill the game off a little bit earlier in terms of we created enough moments to go and score goals and just didn't quite have the last detail in terms of the finish or the pass or the right run and the right pass. So, and then that obviously presents yourself with the last 5 minutes that you get when you concede a goal. So, yeah, all in all, it was a pleasing performance, but still gives us room for improvement in terms of killing the game off and just being a bit more streetwise with how we look to play, and in terms of preparing the players for the next stage of their development. Those
frustrations about lack of further goals aside, I mean, given the calibre of West Ham, you know how good the side they are. Does that speak even more volumes about the overall display today?
Yeah, I thought that's the third time we've played them in the last 6 months, and we probably created more big openings today than in either of the other two games. Certainly the one we played last month, which is something we worked on this week, and we tried to be better in that area, and especially in the first half. I think the last 2 times we played them in the first half of the game, we haven't created enough chances for our standards, and we put a bit of work into that yesterday, and I thought that came across really well. But yeah, just if we can get the third one a bit earlier, I think it makes it a much easier game for us in the last half hour.
I know you'd spoken beforehand, Ben, about the sort of key learnings of games like today where it's sudden death with everything on the line. I mean, what did you make of the players' mindset and the way they went around the job today?
Pretty good, but room for improvement. We spoke about at half-time about little small details where we could have been better defensively in terms of just being a bit more streetwise in the way we defended and stop letting them get out the other side of the pitch, whether that's winning the ball, fouling, that sort of thing, stopping counter-attacks. And then in the second half, it's having that professionalism to make sure we're clinical and get the third goal. And then when we're not in the last 10 minutes, it's what areas of the pitch we're trying to play in and where we lose the ball. And we were okay with that. 1 minute you look at it and you think, yeah, really good decision, and then the next you're thinking that's something we can be better at. So just need more consistency in that area, I think.
But the win, obviously, it caps a great week for us, doesn't it? Following on from the win in the under-17 quarter-final, at Leeds in midweek. I mean, that must be a really satisfying week for you.
Yeah, good week. 2 really tough games, which is what we need. Really good development-wise. Learned a lot about the players this week. And like we always say every year, it gives us an opportunity now to have 2 semi-finals, which is where we tend to learn most about our players and puts them in the environments we want to see them. So from that point of view, it's pleasing. 2 tight games, and we've got over the line in both of them. And I thought we played well today for large parts of the game as well, which was also nice.
And just finally, I mean, from a coaching perspective, to have those 2 semi-finals to look forward to, that's when you really learn so much about the players, isn't it, in terms of their development?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good opportunity for us to assess the learning and just see what the players are like when the sort of the pressure ramps up and the bigger the game, you get to learn about them. So we talk about that every year. If we can get those moments in the second half of the season from a development point of view, we can learn a lot. So we've sort of put ourselves in a reasonable position now. So now we've got, we can enjoy 2 semi-finals whenever they come.
That's brilliant. Many thanks for your time as always, and congratulations again.
Thanks, Neil. Thank you.
Cheers, Ben. Thanks, mate. Thanks.